Okay, welcome back to another episode of Steve's Auto Care. I would show you the logo, but we're not in there. All right, anyway, today we are working on a Toyota Sienna 2011, and customer was told that the inner joint was throwing grease, and he contacted me, asked me if I can replace it. So I said, sure, bring it on down. I totally forgot when I said sure that we were dealing with this type of axle. Anybody who knows Toyotas, they know that that bearing that I just pointed out, I don't know if you can see it in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. That bearing sits in there. Now, to take that off, we pop this bolt off of the nut, and then go down here, see if I can show you. You take the come on, finger. Take the bolts that hold the lower ball joint to the control arm and lower the control arm a little bit with a pry bar and get the spindle assembly rocking. The book tells you need to take this off. That's not true, but I do recommend you take the bolt that holds this bracket together to give you a little bit more play. You can slide the assembly out and get the axle shaft out of the hub. All right, now let's talk about that bearing. Now, see the rust? That rusted bearing will get stuck inside that shaft. And there are two main ways that I just looked up on how to remove it. And first, the main way, what everyone seems to be doing, is just taking a Sawzall blade or a cutoff wheel and cutting the shaft. Okay? And when you cut the shaft, that allows, see, one guy had cut it here and there, and that allows the whole assembly to come out, and you can take it to a press and press the bearing out. One gentleman took that bracket that holds that bearing, has a hole in the bottom with a bolt that you got to remove, and he took in a longer bolt that's high strength and just kept running it into the hole until it shattered the case, the outer race of the bearing. Let me show you what I did. Not everybody has this, so I have an air hammer with a pointed, I forget, arbor or piece or whatever that goes in there, and just enough room. And I'm going to show you if I can get it to roll over. You can see I just kept pounding holes into it and just pressing it out with the air hammer. Now, this is a 2011, so if you have an older one, the rust may be too much that even for this couldn't get through. But it took maybe 30 seconds of pounding with the air hammer and getting that out. I don't think that just like a chisel or a punch and a regular hammer, a manual hammer, has enough oomph to get it out, because part of getting that rust free is the vibrations that the air hammer creates. If you ever work on exhaust with a rusty bolt, using a air gun, an impact gun, the vibrations help loosen that rust up. I also sprayed it with a little bit of penetrating oil, but it really didn't make any difference. So good luck with that. And yeah, yep. Someone told him that this boot was leaking, and it kind of is. It's throwing a little bit of grease. And I guess from reading what I've read and research on the internet, these joints do go bad when they lose grease. So one estimate I heard from a Toyota dealership was this job was going to be around $600. I don't know. I'm doing it for $280. Anyway, there you go. We get this new one in and get the job on its way. Thanks for watching.